Assalamu alaikum and welcome to this mini series based on my tour, my solo tour around Tunisia. To all my Tunisian friends, I hope it does justice to your beautiful country, and to anybody else considering visiting Tunisia or doing a cycling tour in Tunisia, I hope it helps. Enjoy, subscribe, like, share. Hope you can watch all of them. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Wednesday the 24th of April in Nefza, downtown, and just leaving for Tabarka. It's about 22 miles away, so it's a rest day, recovery ride more than anything, so I'm not going to be pushing too hard. I've got a rest day, and I hope to be recovering, get a hammam, get the bike washed, get the bike serviced, and then move on to Ain Draham. But yeah, nice morning. Looks like we've got the market on. Walking than cycling, because I'm just going down the high street. Market's on, look at it, beautiful. If my face looks anxious, it's because there's just too much going on. I've only just woken up, I've got no coffee in me, I'm looking for the closest coffee house, get a pan of chocolat or a croissant or something, and get a, what they call a direct round here, which is like a tall, like a double shot espresso, and some milk. But too much information overload at the moment. Can't move for traffic, it's market day, it's raining, trying not to drive into the back of a car or into pedestrians. Right, look like it's cleared up. I think it was just that junction. It was a combination of louages, the market, too much traffic, all in one place. Alright, let's make some moves. What do we fancy? That looks okay, but I don't want food first thing. I want coffee. Preferably somewhere where I can sit outside, because everyone smokes here and I don't want to sit indoors. As you can probably hear, I'm still trying to recover from this chest infection that I've had. It's been giving me night fevers and shivers through the day, but we're past the worst of it, I think. Whew. I think when I do stop for coffee, I'm going to stick another layer on. Cold. But this is Nefza. Right, coffee. It's across the road, so just turning it around. It says all the right words: cafeteria, patisserie. That's what I need. Cafeteria, Yasmin. Right, let's go. I think the bike should be safe here. It's got patisserie as well. Right, get myself a pan of chocolat. The patisserie is different from the coffee place. What can we have? That's them. Yes. عندكم بان شوكولا وش هذا ليمون؟
pâté. Pâté sans salé, fromage.
مالح أو حلو؟
Salé, salé. Bene.
So they don't have the regular stuff. What we're gonna have? So this is what we've ended up with. I've got no idea what it is. They have this obsession here, maybe I shouldn't judge, of saying everything in French, and especially when you go to the patisseries, and like, come on, you speak Arabic, you should try and keep hold of that heritage. But anyways, finally worked out that this is what I wanted. I don't know what it is. Taste it in a bit. The bank's out there. I've got a direct, so this is one of these tall ones. It's half and half milk. Probably what you'd call in Morocco and everywhere else. And so I've decided the closest thing to this resembles is a peanut butter stack, except with some soft cake slices in there. And this, what's really weird, I don't know, maybe it's just because I haven't experienced it, is you've got the half milk, half coffee espresso combination, but they serve it around these parts with a straw. Anyway, really nice. This kind of straw, a bit weird. Right, coffee done. Off to find Muhammad and give him the keys for the flat that I've been staying in, and then onwards to Tabarka. I think I've seen his car, so it must be in one of these coffee houses. It's really weird how these coffee houses operate. They're like a little community centre. Right, where do you want to meet? Coffee. Where do you want to have a meeting? Coffee. Where should I drop off the keys? Coffee. Here we go, here we are. Ah, there he is. Right, I'm just going to drop off the keys and then get going inside. That was not nice. A mile into today, just after I've smashed a really big pastry, a 14%. Ouch. Now a really rapid descent. I'm having to control it because there's big potholes. Not sure it was very wise taking the the rural route. It's about a kilometre shorter straight as the crow flies. Instead of going that way around, there's a reason most were avoiding it. There's some big potholes. Hopefully that's the worst of it. I've got to admit, the Garmin did try and warn me. It said minor road. Should have taken the hint. Look at this. Potholes big enough to take a car. But if you look up, look at them views. Wow. I'm just so sorry that you have to listen to all of this over me coughing and sneezing with this terrible infection that I've got. I wish I had a better soundtrack. So it's the first lesson in not listening to Garmin. Garmin's taken me down this route, and I think I know where I've gone wrong. Originally when I was planning to camp somewhere in Nefza, and I seen it on Google Earth. It said Nefza camp, and I must have put this in as a waypoint. And then I've realised that actually I've got accommodation in the city. So I forgot to cancel the waypoint, but I've listened to Garmin and it's fetched me out. And I'm thinking, why has it fetched me? So I've just done an 8-mile route for absolutely nothing. But then I thought, wait on, there must have been a reason I've put that in there. So I've come off the bike and I thought, let me go have a look. And this must have been the reason. So these guys have a campsite, and it must have been this that enticed me. I must have put the waypoint in so I could camp here. And شو اسمه خوي؟ sorry نسيت اسمك.
Birar.
Birar, and then Birar here runs the campsite. Oh yes. So yeah, actually it would have been a nice place to camp. Wow. So it's a happy coincidence and a good mistake. A very good mistake to make. This is where I would have been camping if I didn't stay in the city. Very nice. Just look at the state of them tyres. Absolutely caked in mud. Idea was to go down this track, and that's what Google Earth and Garmin were planning. But I'm going to have to go straight and maybe add about 3 kilometers, but be safe. I mean, I was just bogged down. It was just so much effort. I was just stuck. Wasn't safe. So, another lesson learned. Looks like today all the lessons are piling up. Don't trust GPX. Don't trust Garmin. If you add a waypoint, make sure you edit it if you've changed it. But hey, that's what it's about, and we're only doing about 30 miles today. I've added another 8 miles just because I got lost, but 30 miles isn't going to kill me on what was supposed to be my rest day. Right, after doing 8 totally unnecessary miles and a lot of elevation, we're back to where we started an hour ago. But it's all good. I got to see the Bulehia camp totally by mistake. Got to meet Birar, who runs the camp, and I got to see the facilities, so all good. Back to the main mosque here in Nefza. I'm gonna make a right. Oh god, the fumes from that. And then 21 miles to Tabarka, which I thought I was doing this morning. Lesson learned. So I don't want to just romanticize it. It hasn't all been sunshine and funshine. Oh, 2 days, wet, cold, soaked through. Gotta grin and bear it. Well, it's days like this that make or break. I've been lost today. 8 miles I did extra. Had to fight the bike through mud tracks, clean off my drivetrain from the mud, and now we've got a big old storm. No, my feet are wet through. My arms are freezing. My gloves are soaked. This could be the green valleys of Yorkshire. So beautiful. If only if it wasn't so cold. I'm gonna get sick again. Shit. Mind my language, sorry. And it could have happened when I was in town and I could have just sheltered. But I'm just out in the open. There's nothing. Oh god, it just covered me. Oh well. You wanted an adventure. You want the sunshine, you deal with the rain. Yeah, let's go to Tunisia. It's really sunny. It'll be fun. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Tabarka, here we come. Look at this. We've got like a tortoise shaped outbuilding there, and then this stunning place. I've not asked anybody to film. It looks like it's just a construction site because not all the windows and all of that done. But wow, looks stunning. Here we go. Wilayat Janduba, the governorate of Janduba. I'm absolutely frozen and miserable today. I think the less I say to camera, the better. Oh, can't feel my fingers. I should stop and warm up, but what's the point? There's nowhere to warm up. Surrounded by forest. Got Algerian border just that way, and the next stop is Tabarka. And apparently these woods and these forests have got a lot of wild boar, and they can do some damage, so I'm just going to carry on. Barely feel my toes or my fingers. I've got a dry pair of everything in my panniers, in dry bags, but I just don't see the point. I've got a good body mass, my core is nice and warm. My extremities, however, frozen. I can still keep control of the bike, still operating brakes and gears, just not as comfortably as before, and every metal part of the bike right now just kills because I'm that cold. Who'd have known? Tunisia in April, about 5 degrees. I can see my breath. Last climb. I'm not looking forward to the descents. I've got a gorgeous descent after this. My Garmin routed tells me I've got like a 3-mile descent, which normally would be good news. When you piss wet through and you know you're going to be hit by the passing air, it's going to be cold, 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 cold descent. Miserably fun today. This was supposed to be my rest day. Planned in a steady 20 miles, Nefza to Tabarka, nice and easy, 1200 feet of elevation, just enough to make you feel like you've had a recovery ride, keep those legs spinning. Taking the mountain views. I look like rubbish, I feel like rubbish. Days like this are enough to make you feel like packing it all in, but context, everyone, context. It's just one day of a beautiful month. Miserable day, but you know what, might get a hammam this evening. Oh, here's this wind now on the descent. See in a bit. Just look at this. All the pain and discomfort will be forgotten by this evening, hopefully. Hopefully I haven't caught a cold again. Just over there you got Algezair, the Algerian border, and now descending into Tabarka slowly in about 3 kilometers. I think this is just one of the outlying towns. Ah, my fingers, my poor fingers, having to use the brakes and they're frozen. There we go, frontière algérienne. So you got the Algerian border and Tabarka. And just to my right, I'll stop briefly, you've got the Commonwealth Second World War Cemetery in Tabarka. There it is. Very well maintained. Ah! It started again. Ha! I did not come all this way to freeze and be rained on. My hands are absolutely frozen, my toes are frozen. You barely operate the brakes. And it just wants to rain on me all day. And now the wind. Now the wind. Ah, what a day. Nefza to Tabarka. Never mind. It's about to swear then. Anyway, can't have it all my own way. Bizert to Mater to Ghazala to Nefza was gorgeous. Suppose you pay the price. Two sides to every coin. Lost my voice, chest infection, cold, crappy weather, now the rain. And I'm trying desperately hard to keep my manners, but yeah, it's becoming increasingly difficult. Oh, worst day ever. So it looks like we're getting closer to downtown Tabarka. Like the Popo wants a word. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
You
How
okay?
are you?
Good, good. You good?
You are fine?
You're good.
I am fine. What is your direction?
Tabarka.
Tabarka. Hotel.
Sorry?
Hotel. Quel hotel?
Hotel, I will check. I didn't book. So that was interesting. So that was the police responsible for looking after tourists. There's no way I was going to engage them in Arabic, because it just would have been a very long, drawn out conversation. It would have been a real pain in the backside. So stick to English, gave as little information as possible. It's just a highly bureaucratic system, and I can understand it, you know, when you're in a country, respect the rules and all of that, but I can understand the anxiety around tourists given the damage that any kind of incident with a tourist can have on the industry. And God knows these people need the tourism, but it's one extreme or the other. They're either really lax on security, or they've just gone really heavy-handed to the point where it's a nuisance to tourists, where it's actually damaging tourism. If a tourist is followed by the police everywhere they go, it's highly likely that they're not going to want to come back. They're going to be like, what was your impression of the country? It's like, nah, not really allowed to get on with our lives. So I can see what they're trying to do. I don't think they're achieving the goal. Anyway, it's highly bureaucratic. They're just so welcoming, and I know the police are just doing their job, but I don't think they're doing themselves any favors. But that's my opinion. I thought I'd lost the local popo, but they're back. I took a dash down a little alley where they couldn't go, but they obviously know their stretch a lot better than me. They're right here, across the way from me now. I'm going to grab a coffee, see if that puts them off, but let's see. We're playing a game of cat and mouse with the tourist police. I mean, it's a bit of an obsession, honestly. I'm getting to the point where I want to just turn around and ask them what the hell they want. They're not doing tourism any favors whatsoever. They're just following me. They surely got something better to do. Sure, I'm usually quite cool in these situations, and I think I've been very patient, but I'm getting to the point where I think I'm going to have words with someone. The last thing I want to do is lose my rag. I think one more thing. I think today is really bringing in the realities of it not just being romanticized as a really good thing. These guys aren't making life very good. Probably the worst day that we've had so far, because of the local constabulary. The weather's not been bad, but what do you think of the weather here in Tunisia? No thoughts? No? Okay.
Yeah, that's better. I thought, that's better. Lie down here, not by my legs. No, not on top of me. I said lie down here.